India's Kashmir victory over Pakistan after the recent war just got bigger. Leaders from Balochistan are now openly backing India's rightful and historical claim to POK, saying Pakistan-occupied Kashmir must be reunited with India. Balochistani diplomat and member of Free Baloch movement Mir Yar Baloch made this huge statement that will surely sting Asim Munir, claiming, quote, "We believe the integration of POK back into India is not only a historical necessity, but also a just step towards ending decades of suffering endured by the people of POK under Pakistan's corrupt and radical military's illegal occupation," unquote. That's right. POK historically and legally belongs to India. In fact, Kashmir's capital, Srinagar, was established by Indian Emperor Ashok the Great in 250 BC, whose Mauryan Empire spread far beyond what's today's Indian borders. Then Jammu and Kashmir's ruler Maharaja Hari Singh legally and lawfully acceded to India during partition in 1947. But Islamabad continues to illegally occupy POK, but not for long. The next India-Pakistan war could settle the issue once and for all. Mir Yar Baloch added, "The Republic of Balochistan stands shoulder to shoulder with India in its rightful cause. We firmly believe that the reintegration of POK into India will bring stability and end cross-border terror and dismantle Pakistan's network of proxy wars," unquote. But that's not all. The real nightmare for Pakistan is that even Afghanistan's Taliban government has backed India on Kashmir openly for the first time ever. As Afghanistani troops were hammering Pakistan in their own border skirmish by capturing several Pakistani border posts, its foreign minister in New Delhi agreed that indeed POK is part of Bharat. As External Affairs Minister Jaishankar read out the joint India-Afghan statement, he called the two countries contiguous neighbors. In other words, India and Afghanistan share an actual physical border in reference to the 106-kilometer-long Wakhan corridor border, which currently lies under illegal Pakistani occupation. So now Pakistan and its military leadership is surrounded. It faces a three-front war from India, Afghanistan and the Balochistan Liberation Army. And the next Pahalgam terror attack type incident in India by any Pakistani-backed terror group could just be the spark that ignites the biggest conflict in the history of the Indian subcontinent, one that could redraw the maps as we know it.
वह भारत का ही हिस्सा था, है और आगे भी हम मानते रहेंगे।
हो सकता है पाकिस्तान को सोचना पड़े कि उसे इतिहास में भूगोल में रहना है कि नहीं रहना।
But why suddenly are all regional powers and leaders backing India against Pakistan? And if there is another India-Pakistan war, does Islamabad face a battle for its very survival?
Mr. President, I would like to salute you. Who would have lived to tell what happened? Had it not been for this gentleman.
Mir Yar Baloch took to platform X and hailed the resolve shown by Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. India hammered Pakistan in the recent war, destroying 11 Pakistani air bases, terror camps in 9 different cities and shooting down 5 to 6 Pakistani fighter jets, claims which can be verified by satellite images and drone footage. Pakistan in turn made bold claims of shooting down Indian jets, but even 5 months after the war, Islamabad has failed to provide any evidence to back its claim, not even a single image, no video, no eyewitnesses, no pilots and no wreckage.
It's all over the social media.
Even if Pakistan did shoot down an Indian jet, it's really no big deal. Even the United States lost 2 of its F-A-18 fighter jets from its aircraft carrier, fighting the Houthis, who don't even have a proper military. In fact, the United States had lost 2 Black Hawk helicopters and 18 troops in the Battle of Mogadishu in 1993 against Somali militia, and the US had to withdraw.
When I was asked about losses on our side, I said these are not important.
It's laughable that for Pakistan, the thought of shooting down even one Indian jet is hailed as a national victory, while 11 Pakistani air bases and 9 terror camps lie in ruins for the world to see. talk about living in denial just like in 1971. But now Baloch leaders claim India's bold resolve will inspire others. Mir Baloch added, "We are confident that New Delhi's commitment to reclaiming its territory will inspire the Baloch, Sindhi and Pashtun nations in their struggle to free themselves from Pakistan's oppressive rule, and such historic decisions will be appreciated worldwide." Unquote. This is not the first time the Baloch leader has supported India's statements and its right over POK. Also hailing a speech by India's MP N.K. Premachandran ji at the UN, where he exposed Pakistan's terror in POK and India.
Pakistan is the fountainhead of terror, violence, bigotry, intolerance.
Even the Taliban agrees that Pakistan's terror policy is the biggest threat to regional peace. Can you imagine? Taliban and Pakistan had their own border skirmish after Pakistani airstrikes in Kabul. In retaliation, Taliban attacked Pakistani border posts all along the Durand line, capturing several posts, while it claimed that nearly 100 Pakistani troops had lost their lives, while many others surrendered to the Taliban fighters. A joint statement issued by Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and Afghanistan's Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muttaqi stated, "Both sides condemn all acts of terror emanating from regional countries. They underscore the importance of promoting peace, stability, and mutual trust in the region." Unquote. This was in reference to the Pahalgam terror attack in Kashmir in April this year, when a Pakistan-backed Islamic terror group massacred 26 Hindu tourists in front of their families. In response, India declared acts of terror will be treated as acts of war. The Indian Army and the Indian Air Force then carried out cross-border strikes on the headquarters of UN-designated terror groups in 9 different Pakistani cities. Then when Pakistani Army conducted drone attacks, the Indian Air Force replied by turning 11 Pakistani air bases into rubble, as verified by satellite images. Bharat and Afghanistan have shared a border for centuries, while Pakistan remains a failed British experiment with no historical reality. Rattled by Afghanistan's endorsement, Islamabad launched a protest by viewing it as a new diplomatic front in an already tense relationship. Pakistani President Asif Ali Zardari criticized the Taliban for allegedly abandoning the Kashmiri people. But here's the irony. Even POK is revolting against Islamabad's rule and neglect. Nearly 12 protesters lost their lives as Pakistani military opened fire on them. This was the biggest anti-Pakistan protest ever held in POK. So why Pakistani Prime Minister Sharif and Army Chief Munir, who are busy cozying up to Donald Trump?
I would like to nominate this great president.
Back in Pakistan, protests erupted all over the country. Nearly a dozen were killed as rioters accused the duo of allegedly surrendering Pakistan's dignity and backing Israel's plans for Gaza. Pakistan is now truly surrounded and faces an existential crisis on all fronts. Balochistan and Afghanistan's unwavering support for India on the Kashmir crisis indicates that Pakistan now faces the real possibility of a three-front war. Pakistan's recent conflict with Afghanistan also busted all illusions of a Pakistan-Saudi defense pact. If the Saudis didn't save Pakistan from the Taliban, then there's no way they will intervene in any future India-Pakistan war.
The Saudis are going to be very careful not to let it affect the India relationship. The India relationship is extremely good.
As for the United States, it's most likely to dump Pakistan sooner or later, just like after the war on terror when American troops hunted down bin Laden, who had been shielded next to a Pakistani military establishment in Abbottabad. But what's really rattled Pakistan amidst all this is Afghanistan and India reforging their ties and sidelining Islamabad. While Afghan Foreign Minister was in India, Pakistan carried out airstrikes in Kabul on the 9th of October, allegedly to snuff out TTP chief Noor Wali Masood. As always, Pakistan missed its target. But that proved to be a grave miscalculation and a strategic blunder by Bunker Munir. The Afghans have never backed away from a fight, be it the Soviets, the British, or the Americans. Now they are out to teach Pakistan not to play with fire. By backing India's historical rights on Kashmir, both the Afghans and Balochis have picked their side, and Pakistan today is at its weakest geopolitical and diplomatic position in its history. Pakistan would be wise to eliminate its terror network and religious extremism. But what do you believe? Can that happen, or will India need to launch Operation Sindoor Part 2? Leave a comment with your opinion in the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.